Hey there, welcome to another easy JavaScript tutorial part of easyprogramming.net. I'm still working on new Raspberry Pi projects, but those take a lot longer to get ready for, so I thought I would do a quick JavaScript tutorial and cover something that I've found myself doing a lot these days. Today we'll cover destructuring in JavaScript. The two types are array destructuring and object destructuring. This allows you to unpack values from arrays and properties into distinct values, which can make your code more readable and easier to understand. You can find more information on MDN as usual for more details. So I just wanted to give you a very quick introduction to what destructuring really is. So let's say we have this array called R, and we have these values in there: apple, banana, and carrot. If you want to get the values of the array, there are a couple ways you can do it. So we'll just work with console logs. We won't put anything on the screen. So the console log R, if I run this in my JavaScript console, you'll see that I have the array here. So if I want to get just the value of apple, I can do this and press run, and I'll get apple. If you want to assign that value to a variable, you can do something like const write apple equals to R0, and you can console log apple. Now if I do run again, you'll see apple, the value didn't change. So this is one way of doing it, but it can look a little not great. I mean, there is a better way of writing this. So we're gonna handle this and destructure this array and put them into distinct variables called apple, banana, and carrot. So I'm just gonna get rid of this. We'll do const, and in in square brackets, I'll do apple, banana, carrot equals to R. So what's happening here is that I'm assigning the array values into distinct variables called apple, banana, and carrot. So if I now do console.log apple, let's clear this, click run, I still get apple. If I do banana, I'll get banana. One thing to know about array destructuring is that once you set this up, is that the position of the variable is associated to the position of the array. So if I actually get rid of if I get rid of banana and I do console log banana, I'll of course get banana is not defined, obviously. But if I do console log carrot, look what happens. It logs banana. I'll zoom in a little bit more here. So it logs banana, so I'll get rid of this, run again. It logs banana because carrot is in the second position, or the first array, array index 1, and banana is array index 1. If I do banana here, I have now switched the how this is being outputted based on the constants that I wrote here. So if I do banana, I get carrot. So that is array destructuring. You can see that it looks a lot cleaner than what I had before, which was const apple equals R square bracket 1 or square bracket 0. And you don't have to do all of them. You can just do one of them, and it's based on the position. So that's array destructuring. Let's look at object destructuring. So I have this constant called obj, obj. It has three properties: name, city, and title. If I want to get the name out, I can do console.log. Actually, let's just do object first. Do run. So you have the three properties here. If I want to output my name, so I'll do object.name. And get an SMS. Another way of doing this would be to have a variable named name. Name equals to object.name, and now I can do object.name. Console logging this, or sending the name value, is a little bit cleaner than sending obj.name everywhere you do. So we can actually get rid of this. We'll do const, and in curly braces, because this is an object and not an array, we'll do name, city, title equals to object. Now if I console log name without changing anything, you'll still see my name in the output. So you'll see Nasmus showed up again. And if I do title, we get title again. So developer, because this refreshed. So run, you get developer. That's pretty cool, right? So one thing to know about object destructuring is that, unlike array, which is associated based on the position of the array, of the index, object is associated based on the name. So if I actually get rid of city, even though title is the third property here and it's the second property listed here, if I press run, it'll still output developer because title is equal to title. So now you're wondering, what if I don't want to call it title? What if I want to call it job? So you can actually assign a variable to that title property and say, job instead of title. Now if I console log title, this is no longer defined because now I have reassigned that value to a variable called job. So if I press run, it'll say title is not defined. So I'll have to output job. Oops. Output job and do run. And there you go, developer. So if I do name, if I output n, you'll get Nasmus. And that's a pretty cool thing about objects as well, as based on the name and title. So you can say that, if you have a function called, funct name title, looks a lot better than funct, obj name dot obj title. It's a little bit cleaner, saves a little bit more space, and this is reusable throughout your code. But anyways, hope you've learned a little bit something about object and array destructuring in JavaScript. See more information, more examples on the MDN website. They have a lot more information. If you have any questions, do ask me. I'm happy to answer your questions. And be sure to visit easyprogramming.net for more tutorials. I will be working on new Raspberry Pi tutorials soon. Hope everyone is staying safe, and hope you enjoy a good summer break. Thanks for watching. Have a great one.